What's up, everybody? We are back in Akihabara. This time during the day, do some card shopping. I'm gonna try and find some vintage holos for my vintage holo binder. Not the most time today, so I'm just gonna hop into a few stores that I know have vintage cards. We will start with the famous Radio Kaikan building right ahead of us. Check out Magi and Yellow Submarine, and hopefully we can find some good cards, find some other deals maybe, potentially, not vintage holos, but other cards. Yeah, just have a good time. Here's some of the sealed stuff at Magi. They actually have some older boxes, which is cool to see. Black and white, X and Y, Sun and Moon. That's pretty cool. Title Storm booster box, X and Y. Some more Sun and Moon boxes, and then some more modern stuff here. Get some older decks too, it's kind of cool. Right here we get some of the vintage selection. Definitely a lot smaller than it used to be. Looks like they might be a little bit low on stock, but there are a few cards that I need. I need the Ditto. I need the Blissey, I think. I need one of those energies. So we'll inspect a few cards, and then we'll continue. Yeah, I've got a pretty cool selection of booster packs. Some Dragon selection, black and white. Some older ones, ADV. See what a nice base set pack right there. And I'd pick up one of those Dragon selection packs for my booster pack collection. That'd be cool. Here's something pretty cool that you don't often see. Empty booster boxes. The ones back there. Empty deck boxes. And it has me thinking that maybe the Dragon selection booster packs in the display case are from this box, which if they're box fresh, I'll definitely pick one up, I think. They also have PSA 10 mystery packs, 25,000 yen per slab. They're in these envelopes. You can see some of the hits. 40 individual ones. I guess these are the top 6 hits you can get. And the last one, the last prize is the Lucimin. I don't know what a not so good prize looks like, but if you do some gambling, you can do it here. All right, we found 2 cards, one for the binder and another one that was just a good deal. Stay tuned to find out what they are. Next up, Yellow Submarine. It is always very busy in this building. More trainers. Here's some older full arts. And again, this store, the condition is based on the little number in front of the price. So that Venusaur is condition 4 out of 10. And then the Naga and Bell and Guzzlord, for example, is condition 9. Ultraceptor Articuno, condition 7, etc., etc. You get the idea. Here we go. We got a few cards here. That Electabuzz EX. I don't know if you can see it right there. Condition 7. 4,500 yen seems a little expensive. Steelix might be worth inspecting. Condition 8 might be really good, who knows. We have a little bit of e-reader stuff here, not the most. A few Versus Series cards. Condition 9 for 900 yen. I don't know. Not bad. These Latios EXs from the ADV gift set. They're always super expensive in Japan. Like even condition 6 is 19,000 yen. Definitely a lot busier than when I was here in my last video at 2 in the morning. I'll come back, or I'll do another late night walk and talk in the future. I think it's kind of fun and people seem to enjoy it. And I feel like, yeah, more to talk about. Kind of maybe a follow-up to the last video. Would be kind of cool, I think. So if you haven't seen that last video, by the way, feel free to check it out. But yeah, nothing good in Yellow Submarine. I inspected a couple of cards, like that Steelix I showed, was marked as condition 8. But it had quite a lot of whitening at the top, like PSA 7 level whitening. And if that's condition 8, then you can pretty much forget the rest. So yeah, that wasn't great. But now we're heading to Cardon. I've been here before. Talked about it in my late night walk and talk video. It's not the best store in the world, but I don't know, their prices and conditions always seem to be pretty fair. Here it is. Oh, right where that guy's heading in. Cardon in English. And so the condition in this store is based on the sleeve. So you can see this one has like the Suicune Entei has a yellow sleeve, the Ho-Ho has a black sleeve. So if we look up here, condition A is clear sleeve, condition B yellow sleeve, blue sleeve condition C, and D condition black sleeve. So kind of get the idea based on the sleeves. Oh, we got, oh, look at that, first edition Charizard. Is that Italian maybe? Interesting. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No rarity Venusaurs, that's pretty cool. Jam. Pikachu. But no regular old back holo, so nothing for me today, but still some other cards I will definitely inspect. So also Cardon is owned by this fella, Tomohappy, very famous YouTuber in Japan. You can see they announced like he's gonna be in the store on October 20th, 11 to 5. So I didn't end up buying anything in Cardon. I inspected a bunch of the legend cards in like B condition and the whole in D condition. And let me tell you, they were real rough. I mean, B condition is never great, but the B condition had like creases and stuff, so that, I don't know, I think that's not so good. So, I don't know, first time I've been kind of disappointed with Cardon, which just goes to show that there's not one store that's always the best choice to go to, you know. Sometimes they're good, sometimes you can't find anything, but you know, you might come back a week later and they might have some really good deals again, so that's just how it goes. All right, we'll do a couple more stops before I gotta head home, unfortunately. But we're gonna go to one store that always has a ton of vintage cards, and I'm sure we'll find something there for the binder. You know what? We're gonna check out Mandake. I promised in my last video, the nighttime walk and talk, we'll come back sometime, because I haven't been back in such a long time. And I think it's time to give it another chance. Just remember last time they had like so few cards, and the cards were just all in terrible condition and overpriced. You never know though. Well, this is it. One display case. Maybe, no, not on the other side. They got a few of the mystery bricks that they're famous for. Unlistedly made those famous, you know, 6, 7, 8 years ago. Back in 2016, you could buy these for 500 yen, 450 yen, and you get like 20 holos. Now they're 6,500 yen, and I don't know how many holos you get, but they're definitely not all holos, I can guarantee that. So times have changed. Times have changed. They have some decent cars, I would say. I actually need this trainer. I inspected it in Magi, wasn't good enough, so check it here. 2,200 seems expensive, but if it's mint, it's fine. Yeah, they got some sealed stuff. I might buy that Salamence V Jump pack. It's pretty good. Like, it's a nice card in there. Other than that, you know, they do have some decent cards. It's just the selection is so much smaller than it used to be. I think you definitely have better options in Mandake and Nakano Broadway. And heck, I think even Mandake Shibuya. Like, I'm also not sure what mark it is, but like that's a condition 7 Umbreon for 22,000 yen. I don't know it off the top of my head, but if that's not a 10, that's probably pretty high price. Same with the Pikachu Gold Star, 50,000 yen, 54,000 yen, condition 5, so I don't know. Alrighty, moving on. So I did buy one thing about the V-Jump promo. I think after taxes it came out to 3,800 and something. And I just bought it on a hunch. Felt like a decent deal because I hadn't seen them online too much recently. But check it, made a cutty. You can see like recent solds. I don't know if it's gonna show, 1 second. You know, you get like 2 for 9, 1 for 5,000, 6,000, 700. That's a good find right there. One sold for 3,000, and then low list are all like 5K. So, decent deal, but not the craziest find ever. I remember walking past this place during my walk and talk in the night, and I don't remember being here. So let's go in here for the first time. TG Sunrise. Let's check it out. All right. So obviously, the condition depends on the price, as usual. And then these, I have some. These are sort of like B-ish condition, but we'll be definitely inspecting some of the cards. Definitely a good selection. Many more cards over here. Blastoise, for example. Seems like a decent price for a base set Blastoise, 2 minutes on occasion, but we'll check it out. Some Versus series, decently priced, depending on the condition. All right, well, that was Torika Sunrise. What's funny is that, who remembers this place? Oh my God, check out the last video. What's funny is that I talked to the clerk because I remembered, once I was inside, I remembered it was the one from Randolph's Japan video. And he uploaded his Akihabara card shopping video the same day I uploaded my late night walk and talk videos. It was kind of funny. because I'm in the video I mentioned, oh, I don't know this place, I haven't seen it before. Then I see it in his video. And so, yeah, it's an okay place. I inspected about 50 cards, a lot of the played kind of B condition cards, and I picked up 2 that I think were like decent deals, not like insane steals, but like good enough for the collection. The other cards were a bit too rough for their price, I would say. But yeah, nice store, good selection, friendly staff. Recommend checking it out. I think they're like ace middle manning in Japan, so that's kind of cool for Randolph. But yeah, moving on to the last couple of places now. Okay, we're coming up. Final stop for today is this building right here, Otatsu and PDG, maybe El Dorado. Let's head inside. 7th and 9th floor, and then 8th floor. El Dorado, 4th floor, we might check out as well. All right, we'll stop at El Dorado first. They don't usually have too many cards, but we'll see. And I'm also not sure if I can film in there, so I'll try. Well, let's have a look while we're here, might as well, right? Voiceover Ibex here. It was super quiet in that store, and it was just really awkward to talking to the camera. You can see some of the vintage cards they have here. I only recorded like half of the display case. A couple A condition cards at the top, but the rest, you know, it's your good old mix of played cards in various conditions. But more cards than I've had in the past, so that's not bad. Also some retro games, like these were actually priced pretty well. I don't know too much about them, but like 3,000 yen seems kind of okay for like a Nintendo 64 item, and like with the box and everything. So these were nice to see in there. They always have like a cool display case in El Dorado with some higher end cards right here, as you can see. Condition C, Shining Mew. I bought a PSA 8 for 25,000 yen. And they had like a special D here, like 10% off if you buy 2. They also have some mystery bricks right here. Like this one's 13K, it's kind of wild. A couple that are 5K. Plenty of Yu-Gi-Oh in here as well. Then they got the, bunch of like, you know, raw cards or unsleeved cards, cheaper white non-holos and stuff. And then over here, they got a few binders, and this one's like cards are 300 yen, so this one's actually not bad. Let me show you. Like in the beginning, there's a bunch of like vending series cards, and like the condition isn't the worst. It's like a little bit of whitening, but not terrible. I had a look. So if you're trying to complete vending series, good place to check out. 300 yen per card, seems not too bad, I don't know. They also have 3 binders full of old school stickers, so if you're looking for these, kind of decent as well. But yeah, not bad. But yeah, I'm gonna inspect some cards now, then maybe I'll find something. All right, well, nothing in El Dorado today. Let's go to PDG and Otatsu. PDG, we are starting with opened booster boxes. I don't know if these are for sale or not, but they're nice to see because some of these are really rare. A couple sealed decks, some sleeves and deck boxes. And then they had these graded, I think they're postcards, 40k yen a piece. Seems very steep, but I don't ever see these, and the artwork is really nice. Not for me, but maybe some people like them. They look cool, they look cool enough. And the PDG cards, so they didn't have the most cards, but all the cards they had were kind of cool. You can see the display cases are kind of empty. And then here we get a couple Jolteons. That Celebi Play promo is pretty nice. You can see the Piplup poking out here. Those are the new arrivals, that case down there. I didn't really film it because there's nothing crazy in there, but worth keeping an eye on. And then a Lonely versus Series Raikou Holo. Yeah, like I said, not the most cards, but just tons and tons of cool cards. I think there's not a single card in here that I didn't think was somehow cool, if that makes sense. Some full arts, some Delta species. For some reason I had a bunch of these Sableye Tyrannitars, a bunch of them, so that was interesting. And then this is where it gets kind of crazy. So we're still on the 7th floor PDG, and already you can see some pretty nice cards down here. We had a couple PSA 10 Gold Stars. What the heck? No big deal, right? And then this is probably the most insane display case I've ever seen in a card store in Japan. Look at that. Different prices too, so they condition checked all of these. But just absolutely insane to see that. And then they had a decent selection, I would say decent selection of e-reader cards. A bunch of Versus series in condition A too, so that's nice. some Legend Reverse Holos, and these storage boxes. These are pretty nice at different prices. We'll see an example coming up, but these are definitely worth checking out. A Metapod base set, 180 yen, but clean card. You know, it's a Metapod, but 180 yen for a clean base set card. It's not bad. And I had these cases. I think they've been opened, but EV Heroes, Dream League. I mean, the boxes are still in there. Tag All-Stars here, 1.4 million yen Tag All-Stars. Yeah, I think they've been opened so they can confirm the contents, but when you ever see those, right? And then at the register, a 2 million yen trophy. What the heck? And some nice booster packs too. Pokémon right there. So now we're jumping to the 9th floor PDG, and they had a 5 million yen Chinese base set box sealed, a black label Moonrayon, that PSA 9 Mewtwo EX promo, I don't know where it's from, but 6 million yen, and just more rare cards, like a beta Black Lotus, for example. Oh man, that was fun in there. Okay, now we are in Otachu. So Otachu is one of the best places for vintage cards in Akihabara, just in terms of selection. They have a very, very solid selection. Sometimes they have a little more cards, sometimes a little less cards. The prices, you're going to pay a premium for the clean cards in here for sure. But I think you can find some deals if you're looking for gradable cards and you're willing to pay up a little bit. But also if you're looking for played cards, I think you can find some decent deals in here. No home runners, I would say, unless you get really lucky. But definitely worth coming here because the selection is just that good. A couple gold stars. They also had these... Yu-Gi-Oh! Promo packs, 200 yen, and the white ones were 50 yen. Super cheap. I don't know what these are, but that's like really cheap. Might be worth picking up a few, I don't know. And then sealed stuff. Otachu always has some sealed stuff. And I will say their sealed stuff is fairly priced. It's usually around market. And if you're looking for sealed stuff for your collection, worth coming here. And then unlimited legend cards, Ho-Oh, Lugia. These are pretty damn rare, so these were very, very nice to see. Kind of hidden in the dark there at the bottom of the case. E-reader, yeah, just with all the cards I've shown, they have a good selection of e-reader too. But same story here, clean cards, you're gonna pay the premium. But yeah, nice cards. Alrighty, well that was Otachu and PDG. We actually ended up spending a lot more money than I thought I would, but we bought some cool stuff. Good amount for the personal collection. And yeah, I'm happy. It went alright. Akihabara is still the same as it used to be. Sometimes you'll find deals, other times you won't. Sometimes you're surprised by stores, other times you're disappointed by stores. It's just, yeah, it's never consistent, basically. You always have to just check the different stores, give it a shot and see if you can find something. And as I mentioned in my last video, be open to look for cards you might not necessarily look for actively. Like if you're only coming for opaque holos, it's gonna be tough. Depending on what the stores have and what the prices are, of course, but you kind of have to, yeah, be open to look at other stuff that might not be so obvious, and you might find some really cool stuff, which I think we did today. So now heading back home, and we'll get to the desk, and I'll show you what I bought. Alrighty, back home. Here are the cards I purchased, and then we'll have some other stuff as well afterwards, but we'll just go through them in chronological order. So the first stop where we had some purchases was Magi. We bought the Energy from Neo Destiny for the binder, 580 yen. Let's just have a quick look. Yeah, it's decent enough. It's got some scratches on the surface. I like it because it has two swirls, one right here and then one over here. And you know, it's fairly clean. I would say like lightly played near mint. 580 yen seems reasonable to add it to the binder for the binder collection. And then we also bought in Magi a Steelix Prime. So this one was interesting. It's a yellow stickered card at 2,780 yen. And I inspected two of these, and they had another one that was white stickered and more expensive, but in way worse condition. I think they just mixed up the sleeves. So I got the cleaner one for the lower price. That's nice. So that's one of the things that can happen sometimes in stores. It's not common, but it can just happen. It's a pretty clean card. It's got a really nice swirl down here. It's got a bit something on the corner up here. Very, very minor, I think. And then the back. Overall, a pretty nice looking card. And so I think that's a decent deal. I don't think it's like way below market or anything like that. But good enough, nice card as well. Okay, the next stop was, I think it was Toreka Sunrise. I bought two cards. Two Versus Series cards. We bought the Holo Entei and then the Dragonite, Lance's Dragonite. We'll have a look at this one first. So this one was 9,000 yen. It used to be, maybe it will show, I'm not sure, 12,000 yen. You can see on the back there. This is a really nice and clean card. Oops, sorry. Really nice holo orb down here. The back looks pretty clean as well. It's got like one little thing down here on the edge somewhere, like this. I think this corner has a little something funny going on, but you can barely tell. Pretty clean card. I think 9,000 yen isn't really cheap at all for this card. I think you can probably get a PSA 9 for this price, but I don't know, sometimes it's just nice to find cards in stores. And yeah, I inspected a lot of these blue sticker cards that in the video it showed, right? There was condition B, and a lot of those were, or average condition B. A lot of those were really rough, and this is one of the ones that actually looked pretty good. So got this one, and then we got the Lance's Dragonite, insane artwork, Ayakusebe. Another like really nice card, really clean. It's got like one little scratch here on the front, and then the back. It's pretty OC, so it's a very OC card, but that's fine. That doesn't bother me, and yeah, it just looks nice on the back too. I think this one's actually a good deal. Like this is, out of all the cards I've shown so far, I think this is the one that's probably decently below market, or like let's say eBay market. People are paying like this much for pretty beat up copies, so that's pretty nice. Okay, and then, okay, I'll take something from this other side. Mandake, so I did buy, this is very reflective, sorry. But I bought the V-Jump promo, Salamence. It actually comes with 4 cards, a trainer and then Salamence, well, the whole evolution line. Salamence has a nice cracked ice holo pattern. 1 second, let me grab a copy so you can see what it looks like. So this is the card that's in there. Really nice cracked ice holo pattern, Salamence. You can see the V-Jump logo down here. Really nice card, and yeah, decent deal. I already showed the kind of the comps in the video, right? So that was a pretty good one. Okay, and then PDG. So in PDG, I bought 4 cards, plus a couple booster packs that I'll get to at the end, but we'll start with the cards. So for the binder challenge, I bought a Dark Raichu. This was one of the bigger ones that I still had left. You know, kind of the slightly more expensive ones. It's pretty nice, actually. It was marked as condition C. And I think for a condition C card, it looks really good. It's got some holo scratches, of course it will, right? A little bit of a half swirl up there. And then the back, you see a bit of whitening down here, a little bit of whitening here, but no major whitening, just sort of minor. I mean, this is, I don't know, this is quite noticeable, less noticeable over here. And then the surface has a few scratches here and there. Overall, it's a pretty clean card. I would say, I mean, for condition C, I think this is a really clean card. However, this is a good example of why this binder challenge is so difficult, because if I just did this challenge on my own without making any videos, I would buy all these types of cards online in like PSA 8s, because you can get a PSA 8 of this card for less than this price. And so these type of like the popular old back holos like a Dark Raichu are just always going to be slightly overpriced in the card stores. Or I shouldn't say always, oftentimes, usually. And so, yeah, I just knew going into this challenge, I would be overpaying for cards like this, technically. But having that said, I don't remember the last time I saw a Dark Raichu that looked this decent. I mean, this is a nice looking card that looked this decent for less than 10,000 yen. So I think 8K is a good deal. Marked as condition C, but I mean, this is a good looking condition C card, let me tell you. So it's okay. But definitely not like a steal or anything like that. Technically overpaid, but that's just part of the binder challenge. Okay, then I bought the Versus Series Rockets Raikou. So you can see it was 8,000 yen. It used to be 10,000 yen. This one is nice. So it was marked as condition B. But this card is like really clean. I mean, the front is immaculate. It's really hard to see the holo pattern on this card. Let me see if I can adjust the light a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, but a really nice looking card. The front is super clean. The back is very clean as well. Doesn't have any whitening really. It's got like one thing on the edge down here where the edge is like, it's not whitening, but it's kind of pushed in a little bit. Very minor, but I think this is still like probably a 9. And so, yeah, decent deal, 8,000 yen. Same with the Entei, kind of, if you might be able to get a 9 for this price, or you probably can. But picking these cards up in person is just nice, and I think this is a decent deal. And PDG Condition B is like, it's solid, just like their Condition C was solid, so that's nice. Actually, let me keep it out of the top loader. So that's that one. And then I also bought in PDG, I bought an All Night Party. This is kind of market price, it's condition B. I initially thought it was condition B just because of the centering. You can see it's left heavy, noticeably left heavy, because the back is pretty much flawless. However, it does have like the smallest little mark on the front. I mean, it's hardly noticeable. You might not even see it in the video. Again, another really clean condition B card. And yeah, 4,000 yen is probably around market price. So decent enough to find something like this in a store. Cool card. Always wanted to add this to my promo binder collection. And then the last card from PDG was a Condition A Web Series Slowbro. I've always loved this artwork. The original artwork is it's an old back promo that comes with like a cloth playmat, or the playmat comes with the promo. This is the reprint in Web Series. Like the card, love the artwork. It was 3,000 yen, Condition A, and this card is just mint. It's a little OC on the back, but it's just it's a super mint card. So this was nice, a nice pickup, I think. Yeah, you'll pay 3k yen for like lightly played cards, so I think this was a decent deal. Okay, and then the booster packs. So let me make a little bit of room. So the first one I purchased in PDG was a explosive burst or super burst or something like that. There's like two different names you'll see sometimes depending on where you check. But it's on the moon. Yeah, SM8 2018, I think. Nice Lugia artwork. It's the one with the Lugia Rainbow Rare inside. Yeah, nice artwork. Pack I didn't already have in my collection. And I like to pick up packs whenever I can, like from booster boxes, and they had an open booster box, so this one's straight from a booster box. Not easy to find packs like this from a booster box these days, so I just had to pick it up. I paid 2,000 yen for it. You can probably get these for half the price online, just loose, but then you're definitely gonna get a surged pack. So getting an unsurged pack, fresh from a booster box for 2k yen for a 6-year-old set. 6 years is kind of nuts. Decent enough, so happy to add this to the booster pack collection. And then the most expensive purchase of the day was also from PDG. It was a shiny collection booster pack. So I bought one of those packs I showed in the video. This is the old price. You will have seen the actual price in the video. It was 39,800, so 1,000 yen less than that. Very nice, very cool one to add to the collection. But yeah, spent a lot of money. I think I spent 85,000 yen in total for just these few things right here. I mean, half of it is from this pack alone, so but still like, yeah, money goes quickly in Akihabara, holy cow. But the nice thing about this pack is that I talked to the clerk there. They were very friendly in PDG. And I asked him, you know, where are these from? Are these from a box or something? And he said he opened them from those sealed kind of promo boxes that these come in. And the amount of packs he had, it added up with the amount of boxes he said he opened. So it kind of added up. I mean, you have to kind of take their word for it, but I don't have a reason to not believe them. Again, they're very nice, friendly people there. And yeah, so this one is straight from one of those boxes, which means it's, I guess, box fresh. Price, again, 39,800 I paid, which it's around market price. On eBay, they sell for about this much. On Medicare Japan, they sell for about this much. Cardrush had a few for sale not too long ago that were priced 39,800. It's pretty much market price, but getting one of these straight from a box, you know, box fresh, completely unsearched, for market price is really nice. You might be able to find one a little bit cheaper online, but then you might get one that's like scratched up or whatever. I also don't know if these can be weighed. I don't think the cards have texture. I think they're all hollow, so I don't think these can be weighed, but maybe there's other ways of searching them. But just getting one guaranteed unsearched, fresh from a box at market price for something this old, I think is really good. So yeah, these were the pickups today. I'm very happy with what I bought. It's mostly personal collection stuff. I would say the only card I bought that was just a good deal, but I'm probably not going to hold on to for all that long, might be the Steelix, although I do quite like it. I'll have to inspect it up close a bit more to maybe see if it's gradable. I don't know. But yeah, very happy with the purchases. Only 2 cards for the binder challenge, but one really solid one. Well, not price-wise, but sort of progress-wise. That's it. Thank you so much for tuning in. This ended up being quite long, even though I didn't spend that much time in Akihabara, but there was a lot to talk about. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a thumbs up. Thank you very much for that. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.